Oh. Good morning. That was a frantic start. Hi, George. Hi, Veronica. Yeah, we have some bananas that obviously need to go out. And there are fruit flies here now. So, isn't that fantastic? That just scared the bejesus out of me. Okay, so today we're not doing green stuff. Sorry. We're going to be doing a stitch to fill the middle of this guy here. Good morning. It's a Tuesday. So actually, David had to go to school today. And then, raining here in Italy today. Oh, it's snowing here today, but the flakes look like they're coming down in slow motion. They're just like floating around. It's very odd looking. Anyways, David had to go to work today because he's in every 2 weeks. So I have the whole house to myself. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Whatever I want. You know, I don't have to wait for him. It's so fun. Okay, so today we're going to fill in this right here, and we're going to do a basket weave stitch. And the reason we're going to do this is because a lot of people made this flower quite large. So it's an easy way to fill it in with giving like a little bit of mystery and intrigue. So you can do one color, or you could do 2 colors. Totally up to you. As per usual. I'm just going to grab, let me see here. So I want to do 2 different colors so that you guys can see the stitches a little better. Why did I say it like that? Here we go. Should I do the 2 yellows for the middle, or should I do like a pink situation? I need to start picking these colors before I even go on here. Do you know what I mean? Like, why do I do this to myself every single time? Like I could do like 1 pink, 1 purple, but then it would be exactly the same as that. Let's do this deep color. And then this light color to alternate. Okay, and this way you'll be able to see it a little bit better. She says, wow, that snow must be so beautiful. It is really nice, but it's very like eerie looking. Do you know what I mean? All right, so what we're going to do, really easy peasy weave. Let me find the end. So you don't actually have to draw anything today. Are you guys happy about that? Let's put the thread on the needle, and then we can make our shape a little bit better and zoom in. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is figure out how close you want to put your weave. So we're actually going to add some French knots around the outside of this. So you kind of want to leave a little space. And all the rest of the space is going to be filled in the middle. Okay, and then you're going to have some lines that go up and down and some lines that go across. So we're going to work on one kind first. It doesn't matter which one you do. So you can do the up and down ones first and then do the sideways ones, or you could do the sideways first and then do the up and down ones. I'm trying a new YouTube video. Very intense. I'm not so sure that I like it, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, yesterday's drawing attempts did not go well. I bet you they looked amazing, so just stop that right now. I will get out the paper for one thing though, because however close these are, that's completely up to you. So you could go like this, and you could just do, you didn't miss anything. You could just do 2 like that and have a lot of the white showing. Or you could do more, not straight line there, but it's fine. Yeah, and have less of the white showing, the white being my fabric color. Or you could do even more. So each of these lines is all a stitch, yeah? So you could do them even more. So they're actually like right next to each other, like almost touching. So first you have to kind of figure out how close you want them together. If you don't have a lot of space, then you could always do something like this, really, really easy. Or you could save this and do it for a different flower. You could save it for a different day if you wanted. You could do it on a scrap one. That's totally fine. Okay, mine isn't that big. The middle of mine is about the size, a little bit smaller than my finger. Yeah? So it's not too big. So what I'm going to do is do the top to bottom lines first and then go left to right with my weaving. So let's do that. And for this, we're just going to use all 6 strands, and you're going to come up here in the middle. Again, it's sometimes easy to do some guidelines on here if you want to keep them straight. I'll probably make them a little bit closer, but you can at least see. Yeah? So you can hold it down. Make these ones. Okay. Now, like I said, this is where you need to choose. You can make them quite close or you can make them a little bit farther away. So I'm going to do a little bit of like in the middle, you know? Not touching. I was just thinking last night to unpick that flower. This has decided it for me. There you go. If you're not happy, this is the time to change it. And you can always do the middle first and then go back and add the petals later if you want to. Okay, so I've done 3 on this side. I probably could have even made this circle a little bit bigger, I'm not gonna lie. But that's okay. And you got out of more housework, Sarah. Okay, so there's that. That's pretty good. Just got the 5. Should I put another one on the end? No, that's fine. Okay, so now with the other color, I'm going to do the other lines. Why did I make this so long? I always pull out like 10 yards of thread, don't I? Every time. I've got some scrap here actually, and I'm gonna try and use that first so I can save the thread colors. Because we're actually not using a lot of thread for this one, you know. Okay. We'll do the knot on that end because it's a little bit sparse. All right, so as usual, I like to start in the middle with the middle line. So you're gonna go up on one side, weave it through, and then down on the other. So far, all we've done is straight stitches. This right here is where the weaving comes in. Now, you might want to use a dull needle, or you might want to use the eye of your embroidery for this, because we don't want to pierce the threads. This is just the same as the woven wagon wheel. You don't want to pierce any of the threads. So if you're going under and over like this, and you're going through them, you're not going to be able to move them up and down to get them in the right place later. So it doesn't matter. It's just a weaving stitch. So it doesn't matter if you go over or under first for this one. It's just whatever you choose. The next one, we'll do the opposite, just like how you go around and around and around on your woven wagon wheel. We want to make them opposites. Okay, so we're just going to shimmy that right in the middle and then go down on this side. Ooh, I've pulled my knot. I was like, oh my gosh, that was quite violent. Okay, so you can continue going from left to right or right to left. Doesn't matter. You can come up right next to the one that you've done. But this one's going to be opposite. So if you go over like this, you have 2 overs, and you want this one here to go under. So you're going to go and slide this under like that. I don't know why I insist on doing it on my left when we all know my left hand doesn't work very well. It always messes things up. Why did I do that? This is why I don't like using the eye. Okay, so now we have that woven look. So we have this one going over, this one going under. Yeah? So we'll continue that. I'm going from right to left next time on every single one. It's way easier. Way easier for me. I still have one more to do. You can do it. You guys ever like jazz yourself up like that? Like, yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Did it though, didn't I? Now, again, these are going to look different if they're even closer together, like literally right next to each other, or if they're a little bit farther apart. So if you have a small one, you could always either, one, use less threads, because we're using 6 strands. So if you use like 3 or even 2, then obviously you'll get a different look. You can make your flower bigger, or you can just do less of the straight stitches. So again, we're going from right to left. Let's just shimmy that up a little bit. Okay, so we've got to go over the first one, under the second, over the third, under the fourth. And there's weaving. So the back of it, actually, the only places that you'll go down are on the edges, because in the middle, we're weaving. And for this one, it doesn't matter if the circle is perfect, because we're going to cover up the edges anyways. So that's why I said I probably could have made the circle a little bit bigger, and it would be fine, because we're going to cover up all of this white space and then all of the edges here. So, sorry, I feel like I have a stuck, you know, like a bubble stuck or something. So you just want to keep a little, I was going to say line, but circle of fabric around that entire thing. Can I do one more there? I'll just do these ones first. I can do quite a few at one time. I really like adding this. We did this for the Isolate and Create Stitchalong, which I do have right behind me because I used it for a photo last week. So I'll show that real quick. The only thing with this one is if you decide later that you want to add more lines, meaning like this light colored, you can't really. Because even though one more can fit through there, it would be the same as this one. So like if I put another one here in the middle, it would either go over, under, and be the same as this one and opposite to this one, or it would be the same as this one and opposite to that one. Do you know what I mean? You can't really add one in unless you add 2 in. So we did do this for the Isolate and Create Stitchalong from last year. This almost exact flower. So this is how it looks when it's closer together. Yeah. And then we're going to end up doing these little French knots all around the outside here. Probably not just one row, but you will see what it looks like. And then I thought I had the fabric from a different one. I know, like most of the time, I'm just like rifling through stuff. Not these. But with the plants embroidery, nope, that's not it either. Too much green. But with the plants embroidery from the kits, we actually do something kind of similar to this, but it's very, very open. I'm about to give up because I cannot be arsed to look anymore. I thought I took it out of the hoop anyways. Nope, here it is. Okay, so here's this one. There's that one. Goodness, that was a rifle. So here's how it looks when it's more open. So even though we have such a small space in here, revealing the top secret future stitches story. I always do French knots towards the end, but you can always choose something different if you don't want to do them. So yeah, this is the green plants kit. It is in the shop now if you want it. But the bottom, how it's open like that, looks like this. So you've got like a medium closure, full closure, okay. So that's pretty much it for today. You can make it bigger or smaller depending on how you want it. I might add just one more at the top and the bottom to make it look a little bit more round, if I can get it underneath of there. I can't hear you when you go away from the mic. Well, I wasn't really saying anything important, so it'll be fine. More just talking to myself to pass the time. And then I've got one down here that I'll probably do too. But again, like I said, I probably should have made my circle a little bit bigger just because there is quite a bit of white space around it. And I know I probably won't need that much for the French knots. I just like weaving, okay? It's just fun. Nice and fun. And it's a really like simple but effective way to like make it a little bit more interesting. So I could have just done straight stitches through there. But yeah, I didn't want to. So today is an easy peasy one. That's literally it. It's a really nice, easy weaving stitch. On the back, all you see are all my stitches going from left to right because I wanted to start on the right-hand side and weave from the right. So it's a short one today. Not all of them are super long, mostly just the satin stitches and the French knots and the woven wagon wheels because they take forever. All of the past stitch-alongs that we've done so far, all of them are on YouTube and all of the things are in the shop. I know I said that yesterday. And then I am uploading all the videos from Saturday, Sunday, yesterday, and then today, all today. Yesterday, the internet wasn't working very well for David's teams, so I decided to not upload any so that he could talk to the kids. For the children. We did it for the children. But I hope you enjoy. I can't wait to see what you do in the middle of yours. Again, like I said, if you have it too small, you can make another one. You can practice on a different one. If you need to unpick it, then you can unpick it. But don't think just because it's really small you have to. Mine's only tiny, and I have tiny hands, so it's just a little small one. So I hope you enjoyed. Make sure that you tag me at the Barmy Fox. Take a little picture. Use the hashtag the Barmy Fox SAL, and I'll see you tomorrow. The giveaway ends today in about 3 or 4 hours. So if you didn't enter, go enter. Or if you already entered, you don't have to join Dropbox for any of the stitch-alongs, period. So you don't have to join Dropbox for anything. So no one should have had to make an account or anything like that. But you can enter as many times as you want to for the giveaway. You just need to tag two friends. So if you've already entered, go back and enter a couple more times because I hope it's one of you guys that wins. All right, that's all for me. I'll see you in just a minute after I put this video on IGTV for the paid Stitchalong, and I'll see you in a minute. Bye!